Yeah, right. So the complaint against Dr. Dow was dismissed without a real investigation. So circular logic. All right, the complaint was dismissed because there was no evidence, yet no effort was made to gather evidence. They didn't ask. They didn't even ask Dr. Dow for a response. Right. So ignoring the father's right. The unborn child had two parents, yet the father's concerns were dismissed outright, simply because he wasn't the direct recipient of the prescription. This treats fatherhood as meaningless, very, very convenient to it's I don't believe anybody believes that. I just believe that it's a very convenient way to dismiss the complaint. So failure to investigate informed consent violation. If a patient is not properly informed about how a medication works, this is a serious ethical violation. Also noteworthy is if a doctor doesn't even know that what the prescription that she prescribes it does, then that is a gross negligence. But I don't believe that to be the case. It's an ethical violation. But instead of investigating whether Dr. Now properly explained the abortifacient nature of birth control, which she didn't, they avoided the question entirely. So, a dismissal without review. So, Dr. Dow was never asked to provide a written response. If there was truly nothing to hide, why not at least get her official explanation? Yeah, so the explanation is would be very, very interesting to see what kind of what kind of snaky response she's going to give. So the fact that they didn't even ask her speaks volumes. So why wouldn't you even ask her? I mean, there's a perfectly legitimate complaint, and oh well, it was the dad complaining that his father, the father complained that his child died, not the mother. Okay, well that doesn't even make sense. Protecting the medical establishment, right? Instead of taking allegations seriously, they closed ranks and shielded one of their own. This isn't about truth or ethics, it's about protecting the system. A public interest and institutional loyalty, the regulatory body claims to serve the public, but its actions suggest loyalty to cover doctors. Sorry, suggest loyalty to doctors over patients. So who are they interested in serving? Of course, it's the doctors. Of course, it's the foot soldiers. Are they even doctors, right? This is a sales lady, right? She brings in the money, right? And these regulatory processes are nothing but a sham. All right, so this is why medical professionals can violate ethical obligations without consequences. Right? They are free to violate any kind of ethical obligations without consequences. So that is why, and we have the evidence right there. I mean, this is the proof that we need. Right, so the illusion of due process. The review board followed the motions of a legal process, but ensured from the beginning that the complaint would go nowhere. This is not an investigation; it's a cover-up. It certainly is. It's a cover-up. So there's no investigation at all, and the reason that they dismissed it was because there was no information, but they didn't investigate it. I mean, this is just how they act. And Dr. Michel Thou is certainly part of a wicked system here that does a tremendous disservice to the community. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.